don't get crazy up in here. Now. All right. Y'all grab a seat. Here we go. I'm excited. Well, you know, it's been crazy lately. The meeting down in Charlotte was out of control, and then last night in Greensboro, my goodness, and then reports. Matter of fact, if there's anything I regret today, you say, you ever think, I like these people got no regrets, right? I would really like to have sent, I'll get them out, but some of the blast emails out of all the growth we're having across the country and all the hot spots. I mean, they're just blowing up. I mean, it's like 6 guests, 12 guests, 17 guests. It's like, and it's all across the country. That's right. And a lot of the United States of America has kind of shut down for Christmas. That's right. You with me? They're done shopping and baking and putting trees up and getting arrangements for the kids, and we're blowing up. My gosh! I mean, it is. I've not seen it like this all the way through the year, setting us up, except for when we first got started, and we were so broke we had to lick other people's fingers when we went to Kentucky Fried Chicken. That is broke. And you can explain why you're excited when you're broke is what we was and we found this. But I'm finding people with us, Terry, that are making money that are that crazy excited and continuing to work. That's when you talk about compound growth. When you people got money, making money, and you say, wait a minute, Andy, what about the ones out there that broke, brand new, just got started with us, ain't got no money? I'm not talking about them right now. I'm talking about the ones that are already with us, Kyle. You know what I'm saying? They're already with us making money and still working. That's why I put this email out talking about anticipation. Saying, are y'all excited? Are you fired up with what's been happening? Just crazy stuff, crazy good stuff's been happening with the Alliance. So today, that's what I want to talk about, is anticipation and what that does for you. All right. So one of the things, before we get started, I want to introduce y'all to some people that are in the audience. I asked Preston. Preston's a mathematics smart guy. Yeah, he is. And he does graphs and charts. I said, give me some stuff to show me who's really growing in the Alliance. Okay? And so he's given me a ton of stuff yesterday, and we've gone through it real fast. And some of it, I was going like, I understand, like, for example, Stephen Davies' whole organization, if you look at what he did 13, like the 13 weeks, starting today, go back 13 weeks and look at his numbers. Go back a whole year and look at these 13 weeks last year. He's up 48% hierarchy. You with me? You see what I'm saying? And there was some other ones in there that I was like, oh, okay. And there was some up 5, some up 30. But when you got and then there was some little organizations that used to be doing 3 a week, and now they're doing 16 a week. Well, God, you're like, that's like 700% or 600%. And that is phenomenal too. If your organization's up 600% or 300% or 4, but when you got something big like that. And the Alliance is tremendously up since the last 13 weeks, this 13 weeks. Okay? So that's kind of an analytical, statistical, and he's really showing me this. And he said, now one of the things, Andy, I want to remind you, when you want to know who's really growing, is look at who's really moving up the levels chart. You know, come on up here, Mark.
Woo! We are fired up.
Yeah, we are.
You DM right, baby.
Okay, we got preachers listening.
It's district manager.
District manager up. It's district manager up, not DM up. But it's
That's
you
right.
Get the idea, right? It's D-U-D-M right. So, okay. All right, here we go. So here we look at it. Look at the people that are hitting new levels. So in October, Paul Roberts became a qualified national manager.
Woo! Qualified, baby.
So when you look at this chart, come over here with this chart. See, you understand what I'm saying is he's moving on up, like right below vice president and then executive vice president. And you catch this momentum. So what that is, it means he's helping more people. Okay? And so then the mathematics of this thing work. I start looking at his width. See how many different people in width he's got going. Then I start looking at how many in depth he's got going. You tracking with me here? It's what I'm looking with the alliance is how many people across the board. Like, okay, so let's say how much is Andy Riddle doing? Then how much is Stephen Davies? Then how much is Adam Katz? Then how much is James Hill? How much is the width? And I start looking at the depth. Okay, I look at Dorian Sanders, down under the lampies. So it's because you know why? Because that's what we're about, deep and wide. Right? There's a river flowing. That's right. Deep and wide. That's what I'm saying right there. Scoop a little bit out every time and now. Ain't no use to have a pond of money when you can have a river of it flowing right down.
Scoop it out.
River,
just
the river
it out.
Where's Brienne go?
Time for a jet.
Down to the river. That's what she said. Take me down to the river. Okay.
Whew. It sounded differently when she did it.
It's not in my strength zone. Like here, what we're talking about. Qualified, recognized RM, Mark Marcellus.
Woo!
Recognized. That means he's got to have one more month. But watch this. Qualified in November as a district manager.
That's right, district manager. Team is working really hard.
DM. You DM.
You DM? That's right. You DM.
You DM. Going to RM.
That's right. Soon, fast, quickly.
So he's already qualified, already recognized as RM, then qualified the next month as a DM. Marcus Richardson went over last month as a qualified key leader. My boy out in Colorado. Woo! Marcus Richardson, baby. I love it, man. Kimberly Spinelli Young, part of Alec Belair's team, qualified last month, key leader.
Nice.
Bryant Marshall, part of Davies' team, recognized as a key leader. Your main man, one of your guys, David Ramnarine, recognized key leader last month.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, there's some people in his team up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. In the house. How about this? There's one of them right there. Jonathan Hanaway.
Jonathan Hanaway. That's right. Woo! Recognized,
in
baby.
some circles known as JD. Okay, we'll get that. We need to change that on leaderboard. We change that to JD. And Joel. Is that right? That's what I'm talking about right there. That's the couple we're going to get. Matter of fact, we should get them up here. JD and Joel, why don't y'all come on up here? We'll tell everybody about y'all. I think people should get to know y'all. I think people should get to know y'all. All right. And Mark Bisco Sr., recognized key leader, direct to us up in the house, direct to me. Qualified team leader, Jasmine Lightborn. Eric the Crime Dog McGriff. And Joe Walker, qualified team leader last month. Okay, so then we got a bunch more recognized team leaders: Tamara Jones, David Villanueva, Anita Domingo, Alma Caberto, David Williams, hey Dave, and Andrew Argenio recognized. Then, come over here to November, we got our qualified DM. Also, Dorian Sanders qualified as a DM the same month as you. Y'all can both, that's right. We check, see his ring right here? Gets an upgrade in the ring. That's right. We go from an AM ring to a DM ring. So that ring will go on a shelf. Hopefully somebody in his hierarchy picks up that ring, but it's in the shelf, and whoever next one, okay? All right, we've got Jeremy Patton, qualified agency manager in the month of November. Matt and Stephanie Goodrich, Agency managers in the month of November. Awesome, out there in Las Vegas. Qualified key leader in the month of November. Jesse Rubio, qualified key leader, part of Paul Roberts' team. And Eric Belair had a qualified key leader in Randy Boroff. Woo! Is that good stuff happening everywhere? All right, and Jasmine Lightborn, who was a qualified team leader, got recognized as a key leader in November. There's growth. David Villa, how do you say his name? Villanueva? No, it's Villa. Okay, Joe Dukes, you're going to have to help me on that. It's Joe Dukes' guy. I know. Hey, David, what's up, bud? You the man. I don't know how to say it. I know who he is. James Coleman, part of Dory Sanders' group, recognized key leader. Qualified team leader, David Ramnaran, qualified as team leader, recognized key leader, qualified as a key leader and team leader, and April Dirks got in as a qualified team leader. So these are the people that I'm looking at as far as changing levels. And then there's being in the same level and getting wider, same level but getting deeper and more volume. You with me? So there's all kinds of growth. So these are the ones that it's easy for me to tell. So I want to recognize some of those because I'm proud of those people for growing. Let's see what else. Okay. Tell everybody who y'all are. Get the world knowing y'all. That nationwide, they need to know who y'all are.
All right. I'm Jonathan. This is
Joelle Joseph.
We were hired by David Ramnarine. Mark Marcellus is our agency manager, and our home hotspot is Orlando.
Okay. All right. So I know. Let me make sure with clarification. Do you want to be called Jonathan or JD?
JD works. Jonathan works. Just not late for dinner.
Snot.
Just not late for dinner.
Snot late for dinner. That's like, how's your mama name?
Yeah, right. That's a Pennsylvania redneck for you. Right
Pennsylvania redneck.
Yeah.
Snot late for dinner.
It's not late for dinner.
You're going to lift that mic up. That boy right
Gotcha.
there is going to come after you.
All right. Well, he's big.
Okay. All right. So just like he's working with you, Mike, I'm going to work with you on making money.
All
My
right.
name is Andy.
Okay.
I can be called by everything else, but we got a central focus. So we're going to go with JD.
That works.
Then let's go with JD. And we get it correct on the leaderboard. And say your name again slowly.
Joelle.
Okay, not that slow.
Joelle.
I think I did a TWC on this, didn't I? On the extremes, right? Joelle. Don't. All right, you with me? Okay, now y'all, how do we say this nowadays? Y'all an item? Y'all a couple,
Yeah.
right? Y'all came up here together.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all live in the same house together?
Yep.
Okay, so y'all are a couple.
Yep.
Okay, so see, stand a little closer.
Oh, okay.
There you talk about it right there. Okay, because this is the way I understand it, because I think JD and Joelle are building this thing like crazy. And now, I'm not going to spend all day teaching on this, but clarity puts people at ease. And when you say 3 different names, they're a little more nervous.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
It does.
And now don't get me wrong, you could offend when you're clear, or somebody might not like your name, or I'm trying to get you clear. It might put you on a spot, but it sets everybody at ease when you get stuff clear. So then going forward, it looks good. And see, on my leaderboard, it has a different name, and I'm trying to remember something else. So I'm a simplifier and a settlematizer. Does that make sense? The whole time. And then, if the reason I say like y'all are together, because I don't want somebody to start talking to you and then not know that he's your husband or he's your boyfriend or fiance or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Right. It just helps people understand the circumstances. Like one of the things I like to know when I'm in a place is like, where's the bathroom? Y'all like that? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like to know, where are the exits? Right? You just like to understand the concept of the things. What's the rules? What's the promotion guidelines? Don't we hate that about jobs that are vague and they don't tell you how to move up? Mm-hmm. That's why we try to keep stuff clear and simple and rock and roll. So clear up. Tell us some more about y'all. Tell us what y'all like to do, how y'all found us. Just tell us what you think about the Alliance. What's your intentions?
I want to go EVP. Would be good. I love this place. I worked in insurance. Well, we worked together in insurance with another company. It was nothing like this. It was very cutthroat, very Push. We were working about 90 hours a week because we had to, not because we chose to, which is a difference. Big difference.
Was that AIL?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I didn't know if I could say that or not.
You could say American
right.
income.
American income death.
But you could also say, oh, I don't know about that. But
I meant
but
life.
here's what I would say for you. In my opinion, here's the way they were. But they might be a great company to somebody else.
Yes.
That way you don't get in trouble. But you know, it is what it is. You're gonna keep that mic up there.
All right,
Because
gotcha.
there's looking back there. You see that red dot? That's right there. No, I'm just kidding. I was joking about that. But you are in North Carolina. All right. So how long have y'all been with us?
We've been here since the end of March.
Of this
year? This year, yes.
Of this year. And you're already hitting those levels.
Yep. Thanks to the support of our upline and the whole system, especially the hot spots. We got a ton of help from Michael Owens and Mickey Cruz, and of course David and Mark and Andy and Tim Goad. And I don't have enough time to list everyone off.
Is that good stuff right there?
Oh yeah.
See, that's why the Alliance is getting fired up. It's because people helping people.
That's right.
Teamwork. And watch this. My man giving credit. It's big. Because I have seen people that grow and they take full credit. And to their demise or to their diminishment, it is not as attractive as that right there. You agree with that right there? Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's the kind of attraction right there. See what I'm saying? And nobody prompted him. It's just attractive when people, especially when, I mean, what do we know about a turtle sitting on a fence post?
He didn't get there by himself.
He didn't get there by himself. And the turtle sitting up there on a post talking about, look what I did. Look what I done did.
Yeah.
It's my post. I mean, I joke about that, but I'm serious about that. You know, like giving credit. That's good stuff, man. And so the people you did say, Andy Riddle, you talk about.
Yep.
He's a big help.
He's a big help. Mark's a huge help. We
Mark,
plugged into
and Tim
Mark a
Goad?
ton. Tim Goad lives about a minute and a half from my house. Yep. Well, the ranch is about a minute and a half from my house. Yeah.
You know, I wonder how many, I mean, I could get Preston. We could take a look and just, I mean, I don't want to put anybody down, but think about the people that have been around 6 months, 9 months, a year, or 2 years. And then what I just give you credit for? Would you just get?
We were recognized key leader.
Recognized already at key leader, which I always say is easy. All it is find one person that's got 2 people selling, another person that's got 1 person selling. I mean, and then 2 other people selling. I ain't belittling. You did good, but I'm saying, doesn't it make sense to you?
It did feel pretty easy.
Yeah.
We hired Chad McLaughlin and a couple other people, and it blew up.
So let me ask you this: the 90 hours a week thing. So have you put in some big hours over here?
We haven't quite hit 90. We should probably rev it up to that because we've done it before.
Well, one of my goals is to get you in the hunt and to get you happy. And if you can get everything set up to where you feel like you're not working, but you're working more than everybody else. Imagine that. If you can get figured out where you feel like you're not working, but yet you're doing more than the rest of the world, you will smoke them like a cheap cigar. You understand what I'm saying? Absolutely. It's like you just, you know. Okay, so, all right, what else? Tell us something else. Y'all got dogs, cats, something like that?
No dogs, no cats. Joelle's never had a pet.
Okay, don't get none. That's just my recommendation.
I agree. I've been telling her the same thing.
Oh, she wants one?
Yeah.
Well, we might ought to think about it.
Well, I think relationships have compromises, so there's other things that we can do.
Well, we had 6 dogs up until recently. We've lost a couple, but and I like my dogs and the other people's dogs. Is that what you think about getting?
I wanted a bulldog.
A bulldog?
Yeah. I've never had a pet before.
Or still do?
I guess I'm not getting it. It's just not a good time. Just focus on other things right now.
Okay, so you're going to get a bulldog.
Definitely.
You can set a goal.
Yes.
whatever it is, reward system.
Definitely.
All right, what else? No fishies, no fish bowls,
Nothing.
no hamsters.
We have a lot of
How about
agents.
the
They're all-
how about the little people? Y'all got any little people?
No kids.
No little people.
No,
Okay. All right. Parents, y'all got parents?
I do. I have a mom and dad. They're awesome.
Are they local?
Yes, definitely live. We live with them.
You live with them, so that's local right
oh yeah,
there.
it's real local.
Okay, and that's just your parents we live with. We don't live with his parents too, right? It's just,
No.
yours. Okay. No.
No.
Now, how about your parents? Do they? We need the mic back. I can do 2 mics. Keep talking.
No, they're in Pennsylvania.
Okay. That's the redneck Pennsylvania comment.
That's the redneck Pennsylvania comment.
Okay. All right. How about education?
We both graduated from Full Sail University in Florida.
From where?
Full Sail University.
How you spell that?
Like full sail ahead. FULLSAIL.
That's right. Is it the space in between full
Yep.
sail?
Yep, there's a space.
Okay. Does this have something to do with boating?
No, actually it doesn't. It's kind of misleading. It's kind of misleading.
Well, it's spelled exactly like
It is.
it's spelled like it's supposed to be, but after that, no correlation.
No, not at all. It's an arts and media college. It does game development, entertainment business, digital media.
Did you ever do that?
I started in game development, and I discovered that I did not like looking at a computer screen for 16 hours a day.
No.
No.
Are you a big video guy? Do you play a lot of videos?
I used to a lot more before I got into insurance.
Yeah.
I've dialed it back quite a bit.
What's more?
Back me up, please.
Have you noticed how interesting people are and their stories and the game to get them to work and the game to get them to happy? What if they could, if a game could be that engaging as people, we really wouldn't have a shot, would we? I mean, everybody would just do videos if it was interesting as people.
Right.
The difference is, it's like real life.
Yep.
It's like this game versus Monopoly. To me, it's a lot like Monopoly. I know you think so, Mark Marcellus.
That's right.
All right. So, but this is real money. So when you get all that stacked up money, you can buy stuff.
That's right.
With it.
Sounds good.
You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like credits. You ever get frustrated, and maybe you don't, but in credits with a video game when you win all these points, but like, what are you going to trade them for?
Right. Well, no, when I gamed, I actually competed in tournaments and did win money.
Mm-hmm.
So not quite as much as I'm making here, but made some money. So I
Well-
always played for money.
Well, tell us what is a game? I understand they have athletes doing these gaming things now, like that. Some college are calling them athletics. Like, what was a prize money you won? Maybe one of your big ones. Like one day, Bo, I won this thing, and they gave me a check for.
About $3,500 is the biggest prize money check I got. But
$100.
I went to a fighting game tournament and did some gambling,
Uh-huh.
and I walked out with a little more than that, about $5,000.
Okay, I'm not understanding. Did you took your $3,500 and you bet it on a chicken?
Nope.
And the chicken.
Nope. No, the biggest prize money I got from a tournament was $3,500. But I've gone to a weekend
If you
tournament.
had won it, if you'd have been number one, what would you have won?
Oh, 25,000 was first place for that tournament.
Yeah. What place you come in?
7th.
Yeah. You should get a sticker or something.
It was a long time ago. It's more like $1 million now for first.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's that for? What kind of game is that?
That was Halo.
Okay, don't tell James Hill about this, okay? It's one of my friends.
We unfortunately
Is he in here?
we had a discussion about it yesterday at the hotspot actually.
We're supposed to be helping each other.
I'm sorry. My bad. He started it. I'm kidding.
Now you done turned on my man. You remember earlier when I was talking about how attractive you were?
Yeah. Well, he showed me his wedding ring, and that's what started the conversation.
Oh, naturally. Wedding ring. Let me show you my video game.
Well, it's the Lord of the Rings thing.
Oh, the Lord of the Rings thing. Joel, switch out with
Yeah.
him. Come over here and talk to me.
Thank you, Andy.
Tell us something. Talk to us.
JD and I met in college, actually.
Oh, fantastic.
We did. We met in college, and he was graduating before me, and he got a job interview with an insurance place, and he got a job interview at ESPN. And I told him, do the insurance. He's like, for real? I
Wait a
said,
minute.
Yeah,
He got ESPN and
insurance.
insurance. And you told him to go insurance. Why'd you do that?
Because I believe they were going to be paying him like $10 an hour, maybe a raise every now and then. And I was like, insurance, we can make as much money as you want.
Okay.
So
Good deal. So does that mean y'all went straight with that company right out of college? How long did y'all do that?
Almost 3 years.
yeah,
Okay. All right. So, and now you've been with us since March.
yep.
Money-wise, are you doing as good yet? I mean, you put in a whole 3 years. I can't imagine where you're going to be in 3 years. Us in 9 months or 8 months, or how money-wise, are y'all doing better? You decided to live on less?
We decided to live on less, so it's
Decided to
helping
live
out a
on less.
lot. Yeah, helping out a lot, and
Okay, so you worked on your budget.
definitely.
Okay, now as far as the amount of money you're making, are you making less money than you were there?
No,
It's a little bit more.
it's a little bit more.
Okay, so 3 years there, and only here 9 months,
9 months.
already making more money.
With less production, which blows my mind.
You're already
Really?
Less
making,
appointments.
you're already making more money.
Mhm.
You're not working the hours you were working. No?
Nope,
No.
not even close.
Now, don't let me put words in your mouth. I want you to help me here.
I'm helping.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close. How about the fun ranking here versus there? How would you rank us compared to that?
I don't think they can be in the same conversation to even have a comparison. It's not even. It's two different.
We're more
worlds.
fun.
Way more.
0 to 100 real quick.
That's right.
0 to 100.
Real quick.
Okay. All right. Okay. Since in the last couple of months, have y'all sensed a higher ambition with us? Have you starting to feel that?
Absolutely.
I think leadership was definitely the catalyst. We went to leadership, and it just, yeah.
Tell me what you mean, because look, let me understand. We recruited 700 or 800 people in the last 8 weeks that are thinking, should I go to national convention or not? And they're like, well, I know I'm doing better. I'm getting paid faster. I like this company. I got a good feeling. So why do I need to go to national convention? Because were you thinking that?
Yeah, we did. We did. We thought about
Tell
that.
them.
We thought, when we first got here, we were just trying to get better and just trying to get out of broke, really. And Mark.
Back to broke.
Get back to broke. Exactly. Out of debt, back to broke. And Mark talked to us, and David talked to us, and they were like, you need to go. You just need to go. And we were just kind of like, how's that going to put money in our pockets right now? We just kind of want.
How's that going to make me money?
How's that going to put money in my pocket right now? And we had a couple of things that we needed to do. We sold our Xbox, which is a really.
That's like a double increase.
So we sold our Xbox,
Gotta thank
and
Bill Lampy for that one.
we packed some sandwich meat and, hopped in the car, carpooled, and we went to leadership, and it was the best decision we ever made. And it just opened our eyes, because we were honestly like zombies. We were just zombies here when we got here, just kind of going through the motions.
So when you came to work with us in March, you were like zombies. Dream had been stolen. Soul had been stomped down.
Yeah.
Skin was being pulled down by the gravity of the earth. Is that right?
Right.
Sounds about right.
That's exactly right.
Felt like you had a bag of bricks on your back, toting it around.
Yep.
Felt like we might be lying to you.
Yeah.
Because you done been lied to
Before.
before.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many? See, you understand? You're taught. You know how, like, when your mama says, "I'm proud of you and you matter and you're making a difference." You understand? All the people that are watching this right now are seeing this. Y'all got this group. You feel like it's small. It's a key leader, which we're impressed with. We're thrilled with it. But you're not just. You're now on a box.
Right.
You with me? You're talking to everybody out there. Hit them. Tell them. You had to sell your Xbox. Because if you'd had, one of my buddies, Eric Belair, him and his wife had to sell their wedding bands to go. Because they just started, they didn't have the money. They wasn't licensed. And they're wondering, talk to them.
You just got to make a choice. You really just can't ride the fence. You have to decide, am I tired of my situation? Am I tired of being broke? Am I tired of not going anywhere? Am I tired of not having any purpose? Do I want to change? So we just decided we're going to change.
Yep.
And that's all it was, a decision. And then we just have never looked back. Never.
So, yeah, let's give her a hand for that. Good job. All right, so, what was so awesome about the event? Was it the music? What was it? The seating arrangements? What was it?
It was listening to everybody's stories, because sometimes you get stuck in your own, like Bill Murray
Wallows.
movie, like
Right.
that Groundhog's Day type of thing. You just kind of get stuck in it and you think that it's just you. I'm the only one. They don't understand how broke I am. They don't understand what my struggle was. They don't know what I was going through. They just don't get it. They have money. They don't understand what it's like to be broke. Yada, 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 yada.
You don't know me.
You don't know me.
Don't act like you know me.
Exactly.
That's what they do. Don't act like you don't know me. You don't know my situation. You don't know the circumstances I'm under.
Exactly. And to listen to everybody's story, these people on stage, and their stories are no different than ours. That's right.
Yep.
Not at all. And that just made it so real. It made it really just real.
What story related to you the most? Like, that's us right there. Or was it any of them?
Michael and Angie Owens.
Michael and Angie Owens.
Yeah.
You like that? I can
love
see
him.
that. I can
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
I cried a little.
Yeah.
I did. I'll admit it.
How so? What hit you? What got in your heart with that story?
Well, I know that I suffered a little bit of, I felt like I've already started at the bottom and worked the way up something. At the other insurance company, we'd worked our way to a certain level, and it all fell apart. And there was a bit of an ego of having to start at the bottom again, or what felt like starting at the bottom again. And then just it's the why me stuff. You talked about it yesterday in Greensboro, or no, it was Jeff Bright, where he said the world ain't fair. Get used to it. Nobody owes you nothing. That stuff. It was a little bit of.
Are y'all why?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
the Y generation
Mm-hmm.
strikes again.
Yeah.
Well, he took a bullseye on y'all, didn't he?
He did. She kept going. Mm-hmm. I was like, stop. Don't do that. Don't throw me under the bus like that. But it's true. It's true. Yeah, absolutely. That spoke to us. I got his email because I got some more I want to talk to him about.
Jeff Bright said, "Your life don't come with your own private cruise director."
But when he talked about how they built it up to a certain level here and lost it
Ooh.
and had to start over, and about how if he talked about his trip to Florida, didn't have the gas to get home, sold a $7,000 policy on the last appointment of the last day of like a 9-week trip with no gas, that hit hard because, something Mark keeps talking about. He's like, you got problems, go print money. You've been
That's
doing
right.
this long enough. And it was kind of the combination of him saying things like that and Michael talking about it like, hey, listen, if he built it up to something bigger than I've ever built it up to and lost all that, and he can come back from that, we can come back from what we're coming back from.
That's right. Exactly right.
And that hit real hard. Paul Roberts as well, his story was big.
How close, this is getting crazy, but just work with me here. How close was that weekend to being just a miracle in your life?
I think at the time it's hard to tell sometimes that it's a miracle, but when you look back at it, I think the further we go with this, the more it'll be like that was a divine intervention in my life.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. It was just in time.
Yeah.
Just what we needed. Just in time. It really was.
Get signed up. We have breakout sessions. You can choose from Bill Lampe talking about how to build a business, Chris Long, Alex Abian, Alex Fitzgerald talking about how he built a huge organization with the Alliance and the lifestyle he's created with his team, and Paul Roberts and Tamara Roberts. And Paul can tell you about what's changed in his life. If you hadn't seen that movie Broken, you'll get to see them all in person. I recommend The meal ticket, the whole thing, where you can come to everything. The less expensive ticket does include a black tie dinner that night, okay? And get signed up, because on the breakouts, the sooner you sign up, the sooner you can pick your breakout, because they're sold. Several of them already sold out, and all of them going to be sold out. Don't get me wrong, whichever one you end up in will be the one you're supposed to be in. But right now, your mindset is you need to know this. Then you need to pick which one you want. Did you do the ladies leadership? Were you in time for that?
I did.
They are doing that again. Jane just emailed me yesterday and said, "What's your input? What's your thinking on ladies?" Do you remember how impactful that was to kick the weekend off?
Yeah, for the ladies, it just added another dimension to what this is. And as a female in this business, it meant a lot. It really opened our eyes, or opened my eyes.
Is you know how people will pay anything for a silver bullet or the answer. We talked about last night. A guy will say, "I'd die just to know why we're here on earth. I'd give my life just to know." And I go like, "Yeah, but would you read 5 books?" I'd die, but would you read 5 books? Nope. You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, what's the dramatism? People go, "Hey, people just don't understand." And I'm going like, would you do a couple of $100? People, I'd give everything I own. I'd give everything I own to get what back in my life? What did you get back in your life? To get back what?
Hope.
To get back hope. How about enthusiasm? How about the smile? Did that come back?
Oh, yeah.
What would you pay for that? And we're saying, y'all got it back. I'm saying I can't wait to go to National Convention. Can you? You fired up about it?
Yeah, real fired up.
Did y'all get the video yet? The mission video? Who got it? I got it. Has anybody seen it? You saw it? I sent it out. You sent it out. I ain't seen it yet.
I have seen
Okay. You've seen it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the new video just went out that Jasmine Lightbourne stars in.
That's right.
Woo!
Jim Henson's in it. The Carries, Jason Carey, Tony Carey, Mike Paleo. It's awesome. So that just went out. But the theme. I don't know if y'all noticed, but that's the theme for this coming year. If you hadn't noticed in the movie video, maybe I'm not supposed to be saying that, but.
Spoiler alert.
Huh? Do what?
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Well, it's out. Okay, so the mission is out. We're on a mission.
Nice. I like that.
All right. I'm so proud of y'all. I'm so happy. I hear so many good things about
you.
JD and Joel. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for contributing to the
Thank you.
audience.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Light them up, Mark Marcellus. Tell them what's been going on in your life. Tell them what's going on in your business. Tell them about the future. Tell them what this thing is going to look like, and get them to convention, baby doll.
You have to be at convention. Convention changed my life. It changed my business. It changed my family life. It helps with how I communicate with my wife, how I communicate with my kid. Oh, it's going to get me. How I communicate with my kids. And we just have been bringing people up here to meet Andy. Got a ton of people here. And we're just going to light them up. We're going to show up in Raleigh. Huge numbers. Huge numbers. I'm looking to have the most number of people at conference that I've ever had. So when he says it's the best it's ever been, how much of that do you want to be a part of? I'm a big old chunk, right? I want to carve it out, So, yeah, exactly. And it's a choice, it's a decision, it's association, it's duplication, it's edification. I'm jacked up out of my mind. I'm fired up. We're going to Cabo San Lucas. We've got so much going on with all the free trips and the cruises and everything that's going on. My wife she's doing this, Andy. She's going, Mediterranean, I want to get back there because the last time I was there, we were staying in hostels. So
I don't know what that is, but I don't sound good.
It's not bad. It's not bad. She just wants to see the luxury side of it. It's non-luxury. Let's just put it that way. Non-luxury.
I don't like it.
She wants the luxury side of it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
with her fella.
Right. Right. So, but I mean, the elbow, like, ow, like elbow.
Dude,
Yeah,
dude,
she get me.
Dude, you went from getting an agency manager ring. How many months later you getting a new ring, man?
Right.
You just
Right.
moving up, and people are coming with you.
Right.
You got the Swindales coming with you.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Ramnarine.
Mm-hmm. The Mathises.
You got the Mathises coming with you.
I've got new wit here that's part of the national manager and vice president vision. I mean, I'm already looking forward. Yeah.
Dude, that's Mark Marcellus right there. He's going to be at national convention. And fired up about it, buddy. I'm so happy for you, man. You keep sneaking them in, man. Y'all, grab a seat, Mark Marcellus. Hey, I want to tell y'all something that occurred to me that I'm running. I'm giving away tons of prizes, some free trips. We're doing some stuff down in West Palm, doing a thing out in Vegas with MJ1, the big show at the Mandalay Bay, and I'm giving away some tickets. And I know some of your guys are running some contests. I want to show y'all something that I came up with for running contests, and it's working like this. What I'm asking is, each week, tell me how much issue-paid production you have, issue-paid production, and how many people you recruit. Now, you say, well, Andy, that's all what we always talk about. We always talk about sell, recruit, and bill. I go, I know we have talked about it, but the way I'm looking at it now, Paul and Chris and some of the other guys that are out there and always asking me how do we run incentives, and I'm saying, well, make sure you think it through, make sure it's exciting. So I'm gonna make this more interesting by doing this. If you're in this room, I need for you to sign a sheet of paper and say, I'm in on the contest for December 16th, the one that was kicked off December 16th. And it's going to kick off, it's not going to kick off until, would it be Christmas week? So if you don't start until not this coming Thursday, but the following week, would that be Christmas week? Somebody pull up a calendar and see. It starts next Friday. Pull up a calendar and see what Friday is. Huh? Christmas Day. So this is going to kick off on Christmas Day. Okay, so any production. Now you say, well, I don't want to sell don't sell on Christmas Day. I don't care. Don't recruit. Just spend time with family. Focus on what Christmas is about. Don't worry about it. But it's going to start that day. And you say, well, there's people that don't celebrate Christmas. You say, who's that? I don't know. Just people don't. You can do something on Christmas. You can work if you want to. Or if you want to sneak something in late at night, and is it 25th? It's Friday. You really shouldn't sneak anything in on 25th. Now the 26th. But I mean, this business to me is be like for you, we use like video games, or for me, wiffle ball or television. I just don't understand stop watching television to eat. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't understand stop playing wiffle ball to come inside. A lot of times, like, I don't understand why I got to stop doing this business. Like, why do I got to stop? I like it. I like talking to my friend. Like what I'm saying? I like talking. And then you know what? And you can't stop me from thinking about it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's such engaging to me, because you change people's lives. People get off of drugs, they stop drinking, their marriages get better, their kids get better. You start crying because of the way you talk to your kids now. And I'm going like, did you hear that? Oh, that was good right there. Ooh, that was good. And I'm going like, so like me and Andy Riddle tag team, and then Tim Goad, trying to tag team, like in wrestling, you're trying to tag team on him, trying to pin him, right? Make him give up. Well, we tag teaming on him to graze them kids up to be power players. You see what I'm saying? So it's like a game. So this game starts the 25th, but the week ends the following Thursday. Tell me what day that would be. The 1st. Okay, so the game ends for the week on Thursday the 31st. So the first week of this game is the last week of the year. And here's the way I'm going to gauge you, your points. I'm going to take you on your issue paid premium. Let's say you do only $2,000 in premium, issue paid, that last week of the year. You didn't work on Christmas, didn't even work the day after Christmas, but the next day you went out and popped a couple applications, right? 2,000 premium. And somehow over Christmas you get reminded of a cousin and you ask him and he's already licensed. Or a guy you put in license 3 weeks ago has been thinking about getting through, and you fire him up and you get him finished licensing and you get him contracted. Okay? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply those two numbers together and say that's how many points you got the last week of the year. So Andy, what do we get for the points? Well, here's the prizes in the running for in this room. So it's not anybody that's looking in. It's just for people that came up here. So you look around, that's who you're competing against. So if you're a musician, there's a guy called Vic Firth, and he has created it's Firth musical equipment, like incredible stuff. You can look it up, what all he's done. He's an engineer, design guy, and the gourmet people said, do us a salt and pepper shaker, okay? Now, you see one here, I got them both, okay? So I got you salt and pepper, and these things, I've got them, my house, this morning, sir, could you have some pepper? And I was popping me some of that in my omelet this morning. I was fired up, I'm not kidding you, I've got them. I want to say the salt is red. Okay, so these are extremely expensive, extremely nice. I've given them to my friends in the past. So this is one of the contests. The next is these wonderful apple juice glasses. Engraved, okay, or wine, grape juice, or water. But they're really cool, okay? And there is a set, I think a set of 4 of those, 2 or 4 in there. And then this little tool set, so whoever wins will be able to pick, and then who comes in second. Ooh, that's got some juice in there. So from the sellers of NAA. All right, and it's got a little knife thing in there and a corkscrew, all kinds of nice stuff, and it's got the alliance on it from the sellers of the National Agents Alliance. Okay, so you say, well, I don't like that, then you can pick this. If you don't pick, and if you with me? So whoever wins gets picked. So there is a little something involved, and it's only for those here at the hotspot at the TWC today. Okay, so now we got more interest now that you know what we're running for. Okay, so you'll get to pick. So it's a first, second, and third place. And what I've decided to do this coming year is run contests like this whenever there's a group of agents here, and I'm gonna have varying sizes and different kinds of tools. Terry, okay, is that T over there in the corner? Hey, buddy. All right, so. Okay, T, you tracking on this right here? All right, so there's my calendar. Now the question is, how many weeks I'm gonna run this? So that's 1 week, and then the first week of the year, and the third week. Let's see. So if we started it, it'll be the 1st, the 8th. Take me 1 more month. If we went the 15th, that would be 3 weeks. When's the convention? That's what I'm going to give you stuff right there. So it's the convention starts the 27th. So we'll end it, 22nd. It starts the 22nd. So let's end it. We want their issue. If we ended it on the 21st, we don't know what issue paid is until the 26th. That's the only problem with that. Yeah, so we'll end it on the 14th. So we'll end it on the 14th. Clear? So how many weeks is that, Billy? Count that up. So if this is the first weekend, this ends on the 31st. Go back one. Let's see, 15. Okay. 3 weeks. Okay. So the first week of the year, I take your premium. Let's say you get fired up and book a lot of appointments, but you don't come out too good, and you end up only writing $1,000. Okay? But you recruit 4 people, I'm going to give you credit for 4,000 points. So you're like, man, this recruiting thing's so much fun. I love it. So you recruit 6 people. You say, oh, man, what's he going to give me points here? But you forget that we sell. And you go like this right here. Well, for the mathematically impaired, you get 0 points. So, in effect, you would have 8,000 points. So, Andy, wait a minute. You mean to tell me if I did get the 6 recruits and I did 4,000 points in a week or premium issue paid, you mean tell me I get 24, what is that, 24,000? 24,000 points? So that'd be 24,000 plus 4,000. I get 32,000 points because of a big week? And the answer is yes. Okay? So you tracking what I'm saying is deadline's Thursday. We got 3 weeks of this. Now, I'll tell you what I'm doing with the contest I'm running. I'm running it for 11 weeks. But what I'm doing is I'm taking out the worst week so people don't feel bad about it, and I'm taking out the best week. So then it's what the other weeks are added together. So that makes it interesting too. But it's a short time period. I'm just going to say the next 3 weeks at the convention, we'll track you down and we'll have your prize. Okay, now, so you understand how I'm doing? Now see, what I'm looking for is I'm going each week, sell a little, recruit a little. Okay, so you can do the math on this and play with this. You say, what if I want to sell 5,000 and my husband, he recruits 3 people? Do you get an advantage if you do it? Yes. You say, well, I'm single. Well, what about that recruiter person, your staff person that's helping you? What about the 2 people that you've invested in to help you? You get credit for that. You get credit for your group. In other words, what you're personally doing, either you and your spouse or you and your staff. You tracking on this, Mark?
Yes, sir.
It's issue paid premium times the number of recruits. Y'all like this kind of? Yeah. You see how it's like, ooh. Now do you see why some of the, we have 16 guests in Greensboro, North Carolina last night. How many people was there all with the bit? Was it 50, 80, 70? 77 people in Greensboro last night. It's the biggest we've ever had in Greensboro. 16 guests. Y'all don't know this, but did you see who had all the guests? The Johnsons, David Michelle, Pam Moore. Guess what happened? This contest was announced 2 weeks ago. You with me? They were out selling, and they each had 3 people at that meeting. You with me? So it's a matter of intensity every week staying on top of it. Okay, y'all tracking this? Y'all liking this trick?
That's right.
Okay, so I'm just suggesting to other managers, you could do Friday night dinner. 5 weeks from now, we're going to take you out to the Capitol Grill. We're going to take you out to Ruth Chris. We're going to have you over to our house, and we're going to have some 1.25-inch steaks, some ribeyes over there, and we'll come over there and cook some taters for you and everything.
That's right.
Start thinking, how can we get this sell and recruit each week? Sell and recruit each week. How do we get this game going? It's just a little way to get this game. T, you like this? I like it. Okay. Okay. All right, so I thought it'd be fun to tell y'all that, and I thought it'd be fun. Y'all clap for yourselves. Y'all run a contest? Okay. Who's pretty confident they're going to win this contest? Okay, you understand it ain't but 3 little gifts, and look at this, no competition. Okay, and I need sign-up sheets for them. Angela, you in on this contest? Okay, all right. My agenda, real quick. Tuesday, Norfolk, Virginia. Is that the first place I'm going in January? Okay, so this says January 5th, and that says January 6th. I'm just saying. Tuesday, January 6th, I'm in Norfolk, Virginia, or 5th, huh? 5th. Okay, so it should be January 5th. I'm in Norfolk, Virginia. I am taking the new Alliance Air. It will be complete on the inside, the outside not painted. We did go before Greensboro and check it out. You're going to love it. Can't wait to show you inside of it. I'm so fired up about it. From Norfolk, we're going to pop down to Tampa on the Alliance Air and do a meeting. These are all-day meetings, and training sessions noon to 5, and then opportunity meeting at night. January the 11th, I am back in Charlotte, North Carolina. March the 1st, I'm down in West Palm, and in Las Vegas, March 8th. Now, I will say that there are going to be other meetings. These are the ones that I already have on my books. These are the ones I'm already planning for next year. You know, some people plan and some people don't, right? So these are the next ones that are coming up. Oh, by the way, the Recruiting Blitz contest, you can look up on the contest page, is still going on. And remember, part of the winning slots for that is being on the jet. Another slot is being in a movie this year, like the one that we just blasted out, the Mission movie. Okay? All right. So, rocking. I think we're in good shape. Now, what I want to talk to you today about, before I got so wrapped up with Mark Marcellus and JD and Joel, and I'm sitting here going like, Chadwick Ray is in the audience. Hello, Chadwick Ray. I mentioned Angela Clark is back in the back. Kyle Studer is right here on the front row. Terry Cameron, Terry Edwards, and Tia. So there's a lot of famous people that I want to get up here. I got to rock and roll. I got to move on with this TWC anticipation. Okay, you ready? Okay, that's right. Okay, anticipation. Are you fired up about how you lived through 2015? Are you fired about how you succeeded in 2015? Are you fired about 15 because it's gone? And we can start talking about 2016. Like, why are you excited that that's gone? Okay? And if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's gone. Okay? The question is, are you thinking about how crazy 2016 is going to be? Are you thinking about what could happen, how it could be? I do want to say this about 15. What kind of attitude are you leaving 2015 with? Gratitude? Because I can take a person who lost everything and they will show gratitude, and another person whose income went up 3% and they will complain about it. And they will have no gratitude for this past year. And they will say, but you don't understand. That's what they say to me. And I go, look, man, I'm not the judge. I'm not the jury. I'm just a guy standing over here pointing out that this man right here, somebody was just telling me a story about how they were depressed and they were riding down the road, and he'll probably text me. He said he was riding down the road and he looked over the sidewalk and it was a guy on the sidewalk in a wheelchair, but he had no arms, no legs. He was by himself, and he was in a wheelchair that grabbed the man by the ribs and was holding him. So he had no legs, no arms, and he was going, he was guiding the wheelchair. And he said, I know who it was. It's Mark Muller. I think it's Mark Muller. Could be wrong about that. And Adam's team. And he was just saying, I got to get my mind right. How am I not grateful for what I got? And this guy's just smiling when he wasn't, he was going like this right here. You with me? I was like, people are like that. So be grateful no matter what. If you're not thrilled with the result, you still got to be grateful for what you did get, okay? This is huge in thinking, how is 2016 going to be? You're just not prepared for 2016 if you hate in life and what happened. You got to be grateful for your experience with that other company. You got to be grateful for what you learned and the work ethic you got, and now you know the difference. See, you wouldn't know sweet without sour. You wouldn't know easy without tough. Right? You wouldn't know hot heat without cold. You know, I mean, we got it. We got it. Now we got it. Okay. All right. So we're done with that. We're moving into 2016. Anticipation. How great it's going to be. Can you imagine that you recruit Terry Cameron this year? That you recruit Mark Marcellus this year? Can you picture it? Can you imagine it? Can you imagine you doing hot spots and flying around to different states by the end of the year? Can you imagine that somebody comes back to you this year that you talked to 6 months ago and they get fired up and they start writing business? Can you imagine? Can you think? Can you believe? Can you picture what's going to happen? Okay. most people see themselves as smaller and not capable. Can you see yourself like I see you? Can you picture when I say you could be great? Or when Jason Carey looks at you and says, you got what it takes. And then you go like, no, you don't know. Okay, I'm going to ask you, can you just say like, maybe I could do it? Can you give me a maybe? Could you give me a possibly? Can you give me a chance, Urkel? All right. If you start thinking about next year, Kyle, this is the three P's of anticipation. You start planning, preparing, and positioning. You start planning, preparing, and positioning. You start thinking, if it's going to be like that, I better get a nicer shirt if I'm going to be showing around, if I'm going to go show the plan. If I'm going to run into Mark, I better be smiling. I better have a positive attitude about what I learned next year, because nobody that's sharp that I recruit is going to want to hear about how bad it was. I would tell them how much I learned, how much I took out of it. I'm going to impress them with my gratitude. So you start planning. You start preparing. You start thinking physically, emotionally, spiritually. How do I get prepared? How do I set up for this run? We're getting ready to run. I'm getting ready to work. Number one, what does it make you do? What does anticipation make you do? Thinking about how great this year is going to be makes you value today. So how's that, Andy? Well, if I'm going to get big, I might need a secretary. I should run an ad today. My computer, my laptop starting having problems, I might get it fixed today. I'm going to be traveling and I got kids. I need to talk to mama about babysitting today. I need to go to church and put a sign up talking about babysitters wanted today. See, thinking about the great stuff that's going to happen tomorrow makes you think about what's going to happen today. Thinking about it ain't going to be good tomorrow, you don't need no babysitter. And then you don't get a babysitter, now you don't go to the meeting, nothing good happens. We call that self-fulfilling prophecy. Because you were thinking nothing good was going to happen, you didn't plan for it. But thinking that something good is going to happen gets you fired up. Now the question is, how crazy y'all want to get with this? All right? Y'all hear what I'm telling you? All right, okay. So how about this? This is where I always go when I hear this thought about tomorrow makes you think about today. Who wrote this? You ain't going to want me to sing it, so I'm going to kind of, I'm going to hum it. Tim McGraw wrote it? Is that who wrote it? I was in my early 40s with a lot of life before me, and a moment came that stopped me on a dime. I spent most of the next days looking at the x-rays and talking about sweet time. I asked him when it sank in, this might really be the end. How'd it hit you when you got that kind of news? Man, what'd you do? You see what I'm saying? When I found out that next year was going to be awesome, what'd you do? I started thinking about today, didn't I? You said, wait a minute, the man said he's going to die. I know. Yeah. So same thing. You said same thing, dying is the same thing as next year's going to be great? Yeah. Next year's coming. Is it going to be great for you? Yeah. So he says, man, what'd you do? And that's when he breaks out. I went skydiving. I went Rocky Mountain climbing. I went 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu. I loved deeper. I spoke sweeter. I gave forgiveness that I've been denied. And on in, denying. I gave forgiveness. I'm telling you, if I could sing, I wouldn't be with y'all. He said, I was finally the husband that most of the time I wasn't. And I became a friend would like to have. And all of a sudden, going fishing wasn't such an imposition. And I went 3 times the year I lost my dad. I finally read the good book and took a good, long, hard look at what I'd do if I could do it again. And then I went skydiving. See, today became important when he knew tomorrow was going to come. See, people don't think they're going to die. Studies have been shown people that know the end is coming get more done. Be like, well, I know I'm going to die. Yeah, but you don't know when, do you? You say, yeah, but nobody does. And I go, well, some people know when the end's coming. So how can they know that? Well, there was a king named David. He prayed. He said, God, tell me the number. Tell me how many days I got left. See, there's a difference in assuming or believing that you're going to die one day and numbering your days. Your days. Numbering your days. Today matters when you know there's an end. So when to next year is your anticipated growth, today matters. That's why I've been trying to ramp everybody up before day 1 so you get a head start. That's why I want you prepared. That's why I want you thinking about today. Mark, I didn't know this. This is one of the most exciting things I read. It said 94 to 97% of America believes in a God. I was like, I thought people didn't believe in God. I was like, I thought I might be offending people. But they said here's what they don't believe in. Churchy people. They don't believe in religious-y people. Highfalutin. I'm better than thou art, therefore you need to come into the church. People don't believe in that. They had it with that. Okay? We talk about prosperity, inspiration, and eternity. What's eternity? That's the end. It's a long time. And people, now here's my question. Why do we believe in eternity? Because we think we're paying it forward. When we do things good, we think that eternity, you're going to live with that forever. Does that make sense? And we think there's an abundance on earth that we can have stuff and do stuff, and all of us on the Alliance can grow. Not just one of us. It's not just one of us. It's all of us. So, have y'all ever heard of a website called Ashley Madison or something like that? Anybody heard of this? Raise your hand. You heard of it? What's it about? Let me make sure I've got it right. Can you catch this? What's it about?
I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it's about men looking for women to have an affair. Mm-hmm. I believe that's what it had to do with.
Okay, so I want to make sure that I got the right thing. So that's it. So this website was in the news big time, or in the headlines a couple months back. And here's the way it went down. It said, here was their tagline. Life is short. Have an affair. Well, you see their point. What they're saying is, life is short. You should go have a good time. You should venture out. Be cray-cray. I see their tagline. I got a tagline. You ready? Yeah. Eternity is going to last a long time. You better get your stuff together. That's right. I was just thinking. What do you think about that there? Because eternity you get it. You get what I'm saying? Life is short. Life is short. Don't mess it up, because you got to live with it a long time. How about that? Eternity lasts a long time. Get your stuff. I believe there is a reward and a purpose beyond this. Eternity. That's why we're so open about PI, prosperity, inspiration, eternity. That's why it's on the rings. That's why, and see, the fun way we say it is have fun, make money, make a difference. Because the make a difference is what's big. See, I believe next year's coming. And I believe we're going to have to live through it. So my suggestion is plan on it. Prepare. Fix it up today. Now. Today. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Today. Today's the deal we're working in. See, anticipation, if you get into it, gets you thinking about today and gets a crazy urgency about you. It challenges you. It gets you to know and understand that every minute and every day is a choice, and it's important to tomorrow, which is next year or eternity. It creates that pushback effect, not one day I'll. Some of you've heard about that. You've heard about that place out there in the ocean, the one day isle. The Isle of One Day. Don't live on that isle. That's not like Hawaii. That's not like Bahamas. It's a different isle. One day isle is not a place you want to hang out. All right. How's that sit with you? That getting out there, ain't it? This is anticipation. Number two. Number two. Anticipation forces you to prepare. Here's one. Nobody can predict the future, but preparing improves your predictability. Prepared people are more likely to win, but we can't predict the future. Question is, would you like to improve your odds dramatically? Prepare for the future. People ask me, they say, Andy, how'd you get like you are? How did you get where people don't freak you out and you don't get mad and you just go, a lot? How did I do that? Andy, how did you get where you laugh so much and stuff goes off your back? And I go, well, see, when I was in the basement, I asked those questions. I went to multimillionaires like John Maxwell. I went to people like Brian Tracy. I went to people like Bill Britt and Paul Miller. I went to these guys and I said, how'd you get that way? How'd you prepare? I was in the basement. I tell you, back before the basement, back when I was in Irwin, and somebody said, here's how you get there when you're older. Like tomorrow, like 2016. And there's what they said. And this is what I did. I inundated myself with audio messages. Back then, we called them cassette tapes. Now, you can download them on your phone. Now, you can get CDs from NAA. Now, you can go to YouTube and go to my Nactivity. Like the Nactivity that I did last week, I want everybody that I'm personally working with to know all that stuff. I need them prepared. Last week, I talked about what does people look like, how do they act, what do they smell like, what do they dress like, everything about what type of people we're looking for. If you don't know what you're looking for, how are you going to find them next year? Unless you prepare. So I inundated myself with audios, listening to old information, like as in, like not like antiquated, but like where the audio was cut last year or last week. And I just started listening. This morning I got in a good hour between just gathering my stuff together to go down to the elliptical, and then when I get down there, putting it on, and then while I'm just drinking some water and getting relaxed, I'm listening to audio. I take my little audio player, my boom box, and my phone, and I got them together. I'm walking upstairs, and I'm walking around looking at my koi fish and just getting fired up about where I live, because I would just appreciate it. And then I'm going back and I got to get a shower, so I just crank it loud as I can, get in the shower, and I'm listening to these audios. And then this morning to prepare for this meeting, and at night I'm reading. So what I did to prepare was I read like crazy. I studied, I asked questions, I listened to audios. If you want to prepare for 2016, you got a few days. So there's no way I can get it all. I hear you're not going to get it all. But when are you going to start? When are you going to start to prepare? When are you going to start getting it together? Teams practice. Teams run scenarios. Okay, 2 seconds left on the clock, guys. Set the clock, sir. Set the clock. Score. Set the clock. We're getting ready. All right, we're going 2 seconds left. Here's what we do. Here's how we foul. Here's how we call timeout. Here's how we look over at the coach and see what the play is. We practice, we prepare, we plan. This is what hot spots are for. We're planning, we're rejuvenating each week. Tim Goad did a President's Club call on December 8th. So I'm not in President's Club. You can get that CD. It's available. So check with your manager. Say, how do I get a copy of that CD? Check with our store. If they don't have it immediately available, text them and say, I got to have a copy of Tim Goad's President's Club call on preparedness and getting ready. It's an incredible CD. Wayne Gretzky, great hockey player. Here's what they said to him. How do you beat everybody to the puck? He said, they're chasing the puck. I go to where the puck is going to be. There's a huge difference. You're going to need to know the stuff that's on my activity and on the TWC. You're going to need to know. You're going to need to be prepared. You can't see the person, then try to rewind and try to memorize what you need to say. You with me on this? It's prepare or lose. Prepare or fail. It's get ready. It's going down. I'm telling you, it's coming. Excitement. See, you're not going, Chris, you're not going to prepare if you don't think it's going to be great. See, if you think you're going to fail, why prepare? But the anticipation gets you trying to get ready. All right. Anticipation helps us think of good ideas. So you're sitting here, Chadwick, and you're going like, man, if I could possibly find Mark, I better run an ad on this website. I should go to Indeed. I should go to Snagajob. I should go to Career Builder. I should go to Hot Jobs. I tell you what I might should do. I might should get the President's Club and get my own website customized. That's what I might should do. Does that make sense? In other words, you start thinking, okay? And then you start thinking, man, if next year's going to be big, I should tell my cousin about this business. So you come up with good ideas when you're optimistic. When you're negative, what do you say? That won't work. Tried that. Didn't work. Been there. Done that. That's where y'all work. You were negative. You're not open to ideas. You're not interested. There's when I get there, I'll think differently. The way you get there is you anticipate being there. Some people say, you talking about faking it, ain't you? And I go like, yes. And they go, you talking about faking it till I make it. And I go, no. I want you to fake it until you become it. And matter of fact, you want to argue about it, I guess we could change it to faith it. Faith is evidence. How does it go? Substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. You hear what I'm telling you? The faith is, it ain't there, but the evidence of it ain't unseen is your faith because your action. That's right. That's what I'm talking about right here. See, thinking it's going to be good, anticipation. Did y'all see my video? Did I put it out about the ketchup, 1977? You children going, 1977? Did they have television back then? Heinz ketchup. You turn that ketchup before the squeeze bottle. It was. You just sit there and look at that stuff. Anticipation, right? It make you wait because it's going to be good on them French fries. So it's the same thing. Anticipation of what it's going to be like will get your mouth slobbering. It'll get you hiring a secretary now. It'll get you running some ads now. It'll get your computer updated. It'll get you off your butt. Anticipation. It's optimism. It's excitement. It's thinking that'll be there will give you good ideas. It'll make you think of something. You know what I ought to do? If this mama that was telling me this story can get with me, I want you on stage telling the story. She said, here's what I started doing. When I got to thinking I could do it, I started preparing multiple meals at one time and come up with a system of keeping them in the refrigerator so that I wouldn't take up the time because of my job took so much time, and I had kids, as a single mom with kids, preparing multiple meals. I was like, what? I was like, I never would have thought of that, but I'm not a single mom. But I have come up with some crazy ideas when I'm optimistic. Babysitters. What could you do? This lady last night, she might be in the audience, said, the way I got a babysitter is my niece or my nephew. She wanted a video game or something like that. And what was it? It was Courtney. And what was it? She said somebody wanted something, a friend of her, a video game, and so she bought it for her niece. She did the babysitting. See, that's thinking. When she was thinking, by the way, she's successfully employed with BB&T. But on Saturday, she's writing business. But she's a single mama, and she needed a babysitter, and she's thinking, I might write some business. I might get a check. I anticipate. Therefore, I'll trade a video game for my niece. See, it's like you come up with more ideas when you have anticipation. Now, I'm not plastic. I'm not ignoring problems. I just don't get fixated on them. I'm aware of the situation. I understand there's challenges, but I'm not fixed on them. I go, okay, I got that. Now I got to come up with an idea. So I'm not saying be a dum-dum, okay? I'm not saying that. You will come up with good ideas. All right. 4, anticipation prompts you to help others. You can't get wealthy. You can't get up on top of a pole. You can't have a big dynasty without others. You can't do it. Compound effect is when you help others and then the others help you. Now, don't be silly. You don't have anything. How are you going to help anybody? You want me to give you something, sunshine, that you can come up with? Overcome something. Overcome something and put that in your pocket. Take an obstacle and work through it and put that in your pocket. Now you take that something that you have and you explain it to somebody else and you add value to them. See, you can't add value to somebody else if there ain't no value to you. You want me to tell you how value to you? Read a book. Read a book, listen to audio, overcome an obstacle. That puts some value in you. Now you can tell it to somebody else. And then let me tell you something. Don't take that value and throw it in front of pigs. Don't throw it in front of swine. Don't throw pearls in front of swine. That's what the good book says too. What you do is you throw it to the people that want it. The people that don't come back to you, where the ROI is. And that comes back to the last show I did where I go, who's the type people that are? That's because of preparing. See, because the anticipation tells you got to help others, and then the preparation tells you got to figure out who you're supposed to help to where you get the high ROI. See how this stuff just goes around? I don't make this stuff up, boys. This is engineering. This is written. This is in the books. This is clear on how this thing works. This is how you make it big. My list of people. Who am I going to give it to? Start listing. I ain't got time to get into scribing. I already did that before. But you got to get back into that. That last one. People that have big anticipation about tomorrow have an abundance attitude. They don't say, well, that's my last dollar. Ain't going to be no more. They go, if I invest, it'll come back to me more and more. And they say, I know this is my last piece of pie, but I also know I know how to bake another pie.
That's right. That's right.
They want others to succeed too because they know, because of their anticipation, that there's an abundance. Some way, somehow. And a lot of it's just knowledge of the market. People don't understand how big America is. And people go like, well, when America's over with, then can we go to other countries? I was like, we can go to other countries before that. But right now, we just got so much to do. I don't even know which way to go. It's so many opportunities. It's abundance mentality. Let me tell y'all this. This is one of the biggest things that changed my life. When I heard this, I want to hear your reaction. When I found out that it was a choice to be positive or negative. When I found out that I had a choice to believe that there was enough for me and you, and not that it was dictated to me that I got to pick, my abundance attitude went crazy. I got to say, I thought it. But when I heard it in a seminar that you have a choice to get mad, you have a choice to get emotional, you have a choice to plan, you have a choice to react if somebody does something bad to you. Now, I always feel like I need to say this, and I probably, some speech coach or preaching coach might tell me I don't need to, but God, if anybody thinks I'm up here going like, that's right and that's how I am, I ain't never got mad when I shouldn't. You're a little bit touched. That makes sense? Now, if we waited for a preacher to get up and tell us this stuff that was perfect, we would never hear it. And if the world waited for you to get perfect before you told them, they ain't never going to hear from you. Ever. So I'm going to go back telling you again. But I was thinking it. Who you think you are, Albright? Who you think you telling them people like you ain't done that stuff? I'm telling you what I try to do. What you trying to do? I'm trying to be positive no matter what. No matter who done me wrong, y'all still figured out how to be positive. No matter who person turned on you. I told Jim Goad one time, I said, can you believe after what I done for him, what I done for her, how much I give, can you believe they turned on me? He said, yeah, they turned on Jesus too, bro. I said, well, you kind of expected them to turn on me then, didn't you? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, does that make sense? You're like, no, I didn't. You know what I mean? It's like that's what Jeff Bright was talking about. Life is not going to always be only sunshine. It ain't always going to be cherries. Where's he at? I know we got a cherry in the room and we got sunshine in the room. All right. All right, guys. Let me ask you this. An abundance mindset. What would you give me? What would you give me for 10 negative, complaining people to be on your team? What would you pay to have 10 optimistic, positive, see the best in things, try to see your point of view and their point of view? What would you pay to find those kind of people? Now, how much would people pay you to be one of those people? Hey, look, let me tell you something. You expect abundance, you're going to get it. You say, well, what if I don't? Well, let me tell you, abundance does not have a door of opportunity. It has doors of opportunity. You know why? Because when you open another door and there ain't nothing behind it, we got another door. Because this is an abundance of doors. You see how that works? And let me tell you this. You say, well, I'm thinking about I might be negative and think there's nothing. Well, the one thing is for sure, you will be 100% correct. You say, so you telling me negative people are more 100% correct? Yes, they are. And they're miserable. But optimistic people, Urkel, are you saying I got a shot? Are you saying there's another door? Are you saying there's another shot? I'm saying there's an abundance. Listen, here's my goal. I want one of you. All right? I want one of you I meant to read this the other day to you. This guy named Lawrence wrote this. He said, one man awake awakens another. One man. The second awakens his next door brother. The third awake can rouse a town by turning the whole place upside down. Too many awake can cause such a fuss, it finally awakens the rest of us. One man up with dawn in his eyes, surely then multiplies. That's what I'm talking about right there. Out of your bed, onto your feet. Out of the shade and into the heat. Can't nobody be no multi-millionaire laying around. Let's get up and go. This morning, my alarm, I knew I had 2 times set, and when it went off, because I got a bunch of different times, I said, that is not one of the 2 I picked. It was an hour and a half earlier than the 2 I picked. And I thought to myself, this is God intervening. I jumped up. I did, because I was thinking that y'all were here. And I was thinking, I need to get in some audio. I need to get on elliptical. And I sure was wanting me an omelet. I'm going to tell you what. I'm not kidding. That was my thought process this morning. Out of the bed and onto your feet, baby. All right, last with this one. All right, this is my prayer for you. This is my may God bless you with discomfort at easy answers and half-truths and superficial relationships so that you may live deep within your heart. May God bless you with anger at injustice and oppression, with exploitation of people, so that you may work for justice, freedom, and peace. May God bless you with tears to shed for those that suffer pain, rejection, hunger, and war, so that you may reach out your hand to comfort them, to turn their pain to joy. And may God bless you with foolishness to believe that you can make a difference in the world, so that you can do what others claim cannot be done, to bring justice and kindness to all our children and the poor. Guys, listen, we just need one to make a stir, baby, and then we'll get 2. The alliance is on fire. Let's keep planning for next year. Let's work all the way through. And what windows we need to break, what stops we need to stop, let's stop. And when that stop is over, let's start back. Let's schedule it, baby. Love you. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.